Hello everyone, welcome to the BISP Solutions. So our today's topic is operating expenses adjustment. So let's go and see the dimensions and see whether we have the operating expenses or not. The seeded account member created or not in account dimension. So you can see we have under total pre-tax income, we have operating income and then gross profit and operating expenses. Under that, you can see these are all the operating expenses which are preceded created by the application, which are preceded members. So you can create your own also. The custom one, that is I have created the service fees in our previous business rule. So these are all my child members under the operating expenses. So what does it say? Operating expense adjustment is nothing but you have to, if you go to scenario, what you do here, you do like um, whatever is your revised plan, we need to calculate the revised plan. So what's there under your plan, the data that you have loaded and your adjustment that you want to do on that plan data. So you do those adjustment on that plan data for all the operating expenses, and the sum of these two will be showing, will it will give you the result in the revised plan. So these I have created. Plan was already there, so I've created the adjusted plan and revised plan. And here some operating expenses, suppose salaries is there, wages is there, some of the operating expenses, other maintenance is there. So these are my some of the operating expenses. Suppose my we assume we plan that I'll be giving 5 lakh for the salary, and I'll be giving wages as 4 lakh, and maintenance cost will be my 2 lakh 50,000. But after that we assume this is suppose we have we are suppose right now in FY25. So maybe we can assume that in FY25 P2 period we are planning. In P2 period we are planning that this will be my, we are right now in P1, right, Jan 25, but in P2 suppose I am planning my salaries will be this much, 4 lakh will be my wages cost and this will be my maintenance cost, and over and above I assume maybe there's some adjustment when in the plan. After some time we found that suppose in the P2 start of the P2 we found out that instead of 5 lakh it will be your 6 lakh 50,000. So you will be doing the adjustment of 1 lakh 50,000 in your salary account, and then maybe wages are not of 4 lakh that we have planned for, it is 480, and maybe here it is 3 lakh. So this all adjustment that you'll be doing, so that will give you the revised plan. That is, now we are saying earlier I planned for 5 lakh salary cost will be there, but now after some time there's a change in the plan, so that is shown in the adjusted plan. So now we believe that our revised plan should be made of that should be made of it is 6 lakh 50,000. Similarly, your wages, earlier it was 4 lakh, now the revised plan shows instead of 4 lakh it should be 4 lakh 80,000. So you can assume that this is 4 lakh 80,000. So here either you write 4 lakh 80,000, or you here write it should be increased by 80,000. So here it will give you 4 lakh plus 80,000. Similarly here it is 3 lakh, so directly you can say this is 3 lakh is my adjusted plan. So or it will give you the adjustment of 50,000. So you can say earlier it was 250, now we assume that it is 3 lakh, it should be 3 lakh. So 50,000 adjustment we will be doing, so that the sum of these two will give you the 3 lakh amount. So these all things we are doing in suppose operating expense adjustment. So this is nothing but the rule that we are be writing for. So here instead of rule I am showing you how to write the member formula and calculate this revised plan figure. So for that I have created this adjusted plan scenario, and the second one we already have this plan. I have created this adjusted plan and revised plan as my scenarios, and we have seen already we have account operating expense preceded member created in our account dimension. You can create your own custom members as well under the account operating expenses. Okay, so let's go and check out in the operating expenses. You can see this is our operating expenses. Here I'll be writing the member formula. So when you will edit it, the data storage property for writing the member formula should be your dynamic calc. So when you come to the member formula, here you can write the the properties here as well if you want to always calculate for the operating expense. But I have created my scenario, that is a revised plan, because I want to calculate the sum whatever is there under plan and what adjustment over and above that we'll be doing in the adjusted plan. The sum of these two should flow to the revised plan. So I have written the rule over here. I have added the member formula over here, and as I said, the data storage property should be dynamic calc. So when you come to the member formula, you can see the plan is the one scenario and adjusted plan is the second one that we have created. So I have just written like plan plus adjusted plan and ended with semicolon. And when you click on this validate, you can see validation status as this member formula is valid. So that means it will work once you have validated it. So cancel this and then refresh the database. And you must it must be clear that I have added this adjusted plan and the plan data. The sum of these two we want to show in the revised plan, and that is only our member formula. After writing the member formula and the revised plan, we'll click on refresh database. All right, if we'll set see, this is our operating expense account. We can check for you can keep change the scenario as this is plan, this is adjusted plan, and here you can keep instead of actual you can select the revised plan scenario. Refresh the data, click on refresh. When you zoom this, you will see you have already there is some member, so you can either keep it same way Okay, now you can see, you can anywhere you can write some numbers over here, and if you want to see what kind of account is this, so you can change the alias. Okay, so this is salary, and suppose we have assumed our salary as 4 lakh and other part of salary as 50,000. Personnel, our other subsidiary, we don't want to over time, suppose we were assuming it to be 1,50,000. Pension funds, I believe it should be 2 lakh, and holidays or paid will be 2,70,000. All right, but after some time we found out that instead of 4 lakh, it should be the amount should be 450, and here it should be 45,000, and here it should be suppose 250. Here again it should be 2,50,000, and here it is same, that is 2,70,000. So you can differential amount you can enter over here in adjusted plan, that is 50,000, it should be increased to make it 450. 50 and 45 should be there, so you can add minus 5,000. Then here you can enter 1 lakh. Here you can enter 50,000, and this is 0. So when you click on submit data, now you can see we have reached, we can find the data in the revised plan. We have entered the adjustment in the adjustment plan, and this was our plan data. So this is plan, and this is our adjusted plan. Okay, so sum of these two, 4 lakh plus 50,000 is nothing but 4,50,000, which is the ultimate amount of the salary. Then you have other part of salary as 50,000 was there, and we assumed that afterwards it should be reduced by 5, so it will give you the 45,000. Overtime amount is 2,50,000. Pension fund is nothing but 2 lakh plus 50 is 250, and holidays paid is 270 only. Nothing, no change will be there afterwards, so no, zero in the adjustment plan. So this is how you can calculate the overtime expenses, operating expense adjustment. You can do it by creating your scenarios and writing the member formula. Yeah, so that's all for today. If you have any questions, please contact BISP Solution. Thank you all for your time.